The morgue's new arrival. In the underbelly of St. Mary's Hospital, where the clinical buzz of surgery rooms never reached, lay the morgue. A chilling sanctuary of death and stillness. Julian, the seasoned night shift attendant, found a strange solace among the silent cadavers. He was familiar with every shadow and every subtle chill that danced upon the sterile air, but tonight, as a storm raged against the walls of the hospital, an unnerving restlessness accompanied it. It began as an ordinary shift with Julian performing his routine inspections. The morgue was unusually full, a consequence of a recent highway pileup. He methodically checked each drawer, noting the details of the departed, a job that few could stomach, but which Julian approached with reverence and a steady heart. As he moved through his checklist, the storm outside grew fiercer. Lightning flashed, casting transient eerie shadows across the stainless steel surfaces, and thunder rumbled like the growl of some great beast. It was then, amidst the flickering of the overhead lights, that Julian felt the air shift. A cold whisper that curled around his neck, making the hairs stand on end. Trying to shake off the creeping dread, Julian approached the newest arrival. A man in his late 70s brought in from the accident. As he pulled back the stark white shroud, Julian paused. The man's face, though calm in death, was marred by early signs of decomposition that seemed too advanced for his recent demise. His skin was patchy, hues of blue and gray under the harsh fluorescent light, his eyes slightly open, revealing the dull glaze of the departed. Julian noted the details on his clipboard when a sudden, violent crack of thunder shook the building, briefly plunging the room into darkness. As the emergency lights flickered to life, Julian, unnerved by the thunder, leaned in to adjust the man's shroud. That was when he noticed it. A faint, almost imperceptible twitch in the man's gnarled hand. The corpse's chest heaved grotesquely, and as Julian watched, paralyzed with fear, it began to sit up. Its movements were stiff and jerky, as if relearning the mechanics of motion. The skin on its face pulled taut over brittle bones, and its lips parted in a silent, horrifying gasp. As the corpse swung its legs off the slab, Julian stumbled back, his mind racing to make sense of the impossible. The body's feet hit the floor with a sickening, soft thud, fluid dripping from the fabric of its hospital gown. It stood, towering over Julian, who was now frozen in fear. Its eyes, clouded and dead, fixed on him with an intensity that spoke of hunger. A hunger not of this world. With nowhere to run, Julian's scream was lost beneath the roar of the storm as the creature lunged. The door slammed shut with a resounding echo, sealing the fate of the room's newest resident. When dawn broke, the storm had passed, and the hospital returned to its rhythm. But the morgue remained silent, untouched until the day's staff arrived. They found Julian's clipboard on the floor, his notes unfinished. The drawers were all closed, each body accounted for, except for the old man, whose drawer lay open, empty. Julian was never seen again, and in the depths of the hospital, in the place between life and death, it was said that something unholy now walked. An eternal resident of the morgue, bound by the storm's unearthly power. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.